Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and today I have a super fun video. I have my biggest book haul to date on this channel. I am so excited. Some of them were pre-orders, some of them are gorgeous special editions, so let's get straight into it. So I'm going to split this video into a couple of parts. The first part, I'm going to speak about books I got from The Broken Binding. No sponsors, no nothing, I just love their books, and I have recently got one of my most anticipated books of the year from them, and look at how stunningly they've packaged it. It's got this special edition sticker on it. It's usually wrapped in brown paper with string, but we've got green ribbon and black paper and a white stamp, and I'm in awe of it. I will also talk through the two books that I have been gifted / won in a giveaway. I'm really... If you saw my vlog last Sunday, I'll link it up here. If you haven't, you will see me unboxing one of the books I'm going to talk to you about. But yeah, that was really exciting. I've also got 5 special edition books that I want to show you in all their stunning glory. And I've also got a collection of books that I bought from like Waterstones as the bookshops reopened. So, you know, had to go and buy books. Amazon, and a big chunk of them are actually from a charity shop. So there you go. Been shopping quite a lot. Not in the past month. This is over... I'd say about 2 months or something, but there you go. So let's get started with The Broken Binding. So I'm obviously anticipating opening this, so I'm going to open it on camera. I'm so excited. I know what this is. Obviously it says it in that sticker. This is The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. They have done such amazing packaging. I absolutely love it. Let's just try and get into it. There is nothing like mixing an unboxing and a haul together. So it is then wrapped in this gorgeous green tissue paper, which is an amazing touch. They always do amazing things, and every time you buy books from them, it feels like Christmas. Like I said, not sponsored or anything. I just absolutely love what they do. And here it is, The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne, and we have our own special edition bookmark for this book, and it is actually hand signed, which is amazing. Absolutely love that for me. Just need to straighten out this dust jacket because it's got a bit bent in transit. I don't know why dust jackets are so much bigger than the books sometimes. It makes no sense. But that's how they get battered. But it's fine. So I don't know an awful lot about this book, so I'm just going to read this to you. It says, "The greatest sagas are written in blood. A century has passed since the gods fought and drove themselves to extinction. Now only their bones remain, promising great power to those brave enough to seek them out. As whispers of war echo across the land of Vigirio, fate follows in the footsteps of 3 warriors, a huntress on a dangerous quest, a noblewoman pursuing battle fame, and a thrall seeking vengeance among the mercenaries known as the Bloodsworn. All 3 will shape the fate of the world as it once more falls under the shadow of the gods. Set in a brand new Norse-inspired world and packed with myth, magic and bloody vengeance, The Shadow of the Gods begins an epic new fantasy saga from the best-selling author John Gwynne." Oh, I'm just so excited for this. It sounds amazing. Jay Kristoff has even blurbed it at the back, which is another winner for me. I'm currently loving his books. But yeah, so this is a book number 1. Happy with that. So the next book that I got as a pre-order from The Broken Binding is The Girl and the Mountain by Mark Lawrence. Once again, this is a signed edition. This is the sequel to The Girl and the Stars, which I got in an Illumicrate box last year at some point. I can't exactly remember when. And in the first book, we're following a young girl called Yaz, and she is from the snowy part of her country, and all she knows is the snow, and they have a ritual where she is from where they go and visit this great big hole in the ground. I don't know what it's called, and I can't remember what the ritual is called. It's so long ago that I kind of read the book, and every year they get presented to a priest, and the priest decides if they are good to carry on living or if something is wrong with them, I guess. And then the children that have something wrong get pushed into this hole, and no one has ever escaped the mountain, but Yaz is determined, once her brother gets pushed in, to go and jump in and save him. So it's a pretty amazing premise. I have read the first 50% of the first book. I loved what I read. I just had to put it down because it wasn't for me at that time, but I plan to pick it up very, very soon and carry on with the sequel, and I'm hoping it's all as good as I remember. and it just gets better. The next two books that I got was The Kingdom of Liars and The Two-Faced Queen by Nick Martell. I actually have already just finished The Kingdom of the Liars. It is in my vlog again that I mentioned on Sunday, and in this book we are following Michael Kingman, who is the son of a traitor. His father was convicted with killing the king's eldest son, and so he suffers for it. And throughout this book, oh my goodness, Michael is the most irritating person in the world, but you know what, it came out as a 4 stars. I am so amazed at how quickly the story turned around and how much Michael actually grew throughout this book, so I cannot wait to see what happens in the second book. And again, they're both signed, absolutely love that. Only annoying thing is they're different sizes, but that is because here in the UK we are not getting a hardback of the first book, and I couldn't find the first book in hardback anywhere. And then the final two books that I got from the Broken Binding recently, maybe within the last 2 months, is The Bone Ships by RJ Barker and The Blackhawks by David Ragg. Both books are highly recommended. I've seen them spoken about in a couple of groups that I am part of. I don't really know an awful lot about either of them, if I'm completely honest. I know that this one features dragons in some shape or form, so that's good, and that is pretty much why I bought it. And then this book sounds as if we're following a very sassy group of comrades, which is amazing. I'm just going to read you the back of this one. Life as a knight is not as Vedran Chell imagined. Bound by oath to a dead-end job in the service of a lazy step-uncle, Chell no longer dreams of glory. He dreams of going home. When invaders throw the kingdom into turmoil, Chell finds opportunity in the chaos. If he escorts a stranded prince to safety, Chell will be released from his oath. All he has to do is drag the brat from one side of the country to the other, through war and wilderness, chased all the way by ruthless assassins. With killers on your trail, you need killers watching your back. You need the Black Hawk Company, mercenaries, fighters without equal, a squabbling, scrapping pack of rogues. Prepare to join the Black Hawks. So that is why that sounded amazing. I actually cannot wait. I think this is also a series, and I'm saying I think a lot because I'm not 100% sure. I think the next book in this series is called The Righteous, and it comes out shortly, but obviously I will wait until I get the paperback edition of it because I have the paperback edition of the first book. So there are those. Next I'm going to just quickly talk through the books I've been gifted /won. So the first book I was gifted from Twitter from a lovely lady called Rebecca, and I'm pretty sure in this it was a random act of kindness. She said just put your wish list below and I'll pick a couple of people to gift. So she gifted me this. She said that she really enjoyed it and she hoped that I did too, so that is why I got gifted that one. And I recently won The Lives of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch from a lovely gent on Instagram called Reese from Wandering the Books. He also sent me 6 Whisper Golds, which makes him an amazing person completely and utterly in my eyes. I cannot wait to get to this. This is about a gent called Lamora, and he has to go on a heist. It is a heist story. I'm not sure if there's found family in here as well. The back just says, they say that the Thorn of Camor can beat anyone in a fight. They say he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. They say he's part man, part myth, and mostly street corner rumour, but they are wrong on every count. And then it says fresh, original, engrossing and gorgeously realised from George R.R. Martin, which is high praise in itself, and I cannot wait to get to this. The next stack of books I'm just going to quickly talk you through are all special editions or signed or something. I am really excited to get to all of these. These are a range from either a Lumacrate, Fairy Lou, Forbidden Planet or Waterstones. I went a bit mad. So the first one is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This is the special glittery edge special signed edition, and I'm so excited for this. Actually, I don't usually typically buy middle grades. I have got 2 in this haul and I am looking forward to experiencing what this one is about. All I know about this one is that we are following Amari, and her brother goes missing through some sort of strange circumstances, and she gets taken to something called like the Supernatural Bureau for an investigation or an interview or something. I'm not quite sure, completely muddling this up, but it just sounds amazing. I cannot wait. I've seen loads of people have really enjoyed this, and I'm hoping I'm going to be one of those people. Also, I really like the idea of maybe a bit of a lighter read to mix into a lot of the high fantasy that I've currently got in this stack and on my shelves. My shelves seem to be really changing at the minute and going from majority YA to a lot of adult and new adult books, and I'm excited for it. The next book was, yet to be fair, all of these are pre-orders. The next book is from Waterstones as well, and that is Roundbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. This is the special signed sprayed edge edition, and I kind of got drawn in because I know of Red Queen. I don't know an awful lot about this book in particular, but what I do know is exactly what it says on the back, which is: a squire, the survivor of a failed quest, an immortal, timeless and unfathomable, an assassin, skilled and heartless, an old sorceress holding secrets behind her teeth, and a pirate's daughter, the ward's last hope. The heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. And yeah, so I kind of know about Red Queen. I've got the whole series on my shelf up here that you can just about see, and I just thought I'd give it a go. So I pre-ordered this edition. I'm really excited for it. I've also pre-ordered the Fairy Loot edition, so we love having multiple editions. That edition does sound stunning though, so that'll be included in a haul or a vlog or both coming soon, but excited to get to this one as well. The next special edition is from Forbidden Planet, and that is Near the Bone by Christina Henry. I love this author. I think she's amazing. She wrote Alice and Red Queen and Looking Glass, which is her Alice series, and then she's also done retellings for Little Mermaid called The Mermaid, Peter Pan, which is The Lost Boy, and then Little Red Riding Hood, which The Girl in Red I think is that one. And she's also got a horror out called Ghost Tree, and her writing is phenomenal. I need to catch up so much on all of her books because I haven't read all of them, but I know she's amazing. This book is sprayed and signed and all that fun stuff. It also has this stunning undercover foiling, and yeah, this book is meant to be really dark. It's following a girl called Mattie, and she does not remember a time before she came to the mountain to live with William, and one day she is out hunting and she discovers the carcass of an animal, but it isn't a human that has done that. She knows this. She finds a footprint, and then after that event there are other humans that come and see the mountain, and she knows that this will make William mad, and bad things happen when William is mad. And oh my gosh, it just sounds phenomenal, creepy, all those things. I really should have saved this for October or maybe winter, because it's set on like a snowy mountain and it's creepy, but I'm meant to be reading it this month and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into it. The next book is The Bone Criers Dawn by Catherine Purdy. This is the sequel to The Bone Criers Moon, and this is the Fairy Loot special edition. It is signed, got sprayed edges, all that fun stuff. So in Bone Criers Moon we are following two perspectives. One is Elise and one is Sabine, and Elise is the perfect bone crier. She is phenomenal. She is training to be the head of their coven, and her best friend and kind of adopted sister Sabine is not. She doesn't want to be a bone crier. She's very unsure. She doesn't feel like she has all of the things that you should have as a bone crier, and when it comes to the day that Elise needs to go to the bridge and summon her one true love, things go wrong and Elise gets captured and Sabine has to fight to try and find her, and it is just, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really good book. I loved the writing style. It was very YA. It is a YA story, but I don't know, I did really enjoy it, and I'm hoping that I love the sequel just as much. The final two special edition books I've got are from Illumicrate, and they are Days of Blood and Starlight and Dreams of Gods and Monsters, by Laini Taylor. So these are the special editions. They are signed, they are sprayed, they have got stunning under the dust jacket artwork. Look at that, it's a quote and it says, "Mercy breeds mercy as slaughter breeds slaughter. We can't expect the world to be better than we make it," and I think that's an amazing quote. And then the artwork for that one is just here, and it is absolutely stunning. And then Dreams of God and Monsters is orange and beautiful, my favourite colour, and it has this amazing artwork on the cover, and it just says, "People with secrets shouldn't make enemies, people with destinies shouldn't make plans." Obviously these quotes mean something, but I haven't read the series yet, so I'm yet to know. but oh my goodness, these are just fantastic. And do you know what? They make me want to read the books so soon. I've obviously had the Daughter of Smoke and Bone first book for a little while now. That came in December, so it's been about 5 months since I got it, and I'm still yet to read it. But I think part of that was because I was convinced that I would want to have the sequels ready to go, so that when it comes to me reading them, I will just crack on with it. So that's all the special editions done. Now I'm just on to general books. So I got a mystery box last month at some point. I did record footage, but I deleted it, wasn't happy with it, but it did come with 2 thrillers. So the first one is called The One by John Mars. This one actually sounds really good. I've heard this talked about quite a lot. The premise of this is that you do a quick DNA test and it finds you your perfect partner. Like, there's no need to like find love or anything, your DNA does it all. And the back says, a quick DNA test to find your perfect partner, the one you're genetically made for. A decade after scientists discover everyone has a gene they share with just one other person, millions have taken the test, desperate to find true love. Now 5 more people meet their match, but even soulmates have secrets, and some are more shocking and deadlier than others. So that sounds pretty good. And the other one was this one, which is The Cruelest Game by Hilary Bonner. And it says the lie was just the beginning. And the back of this one says, Marion Anderson lives the perfect life. She has a beautiful home, a handsome and loving husband, and an intelligent and caring son. But as easily as perfect lives are built, they can also be demolished. When tragedy strikes at the heart of her family, Marion finds herself in the middle of a nightmare with no sign of waking up. The life she treasured is disintegrating before her very eyes, but it's just the beginning of something much worse and altogether much more deadly. So they both sound good. I'm more interested in this one if I'm completely honest, and I wouldn't have bought either of them myself, which is the point of doing mystery boxes if I'm completely honest. So I am looking forward to trying them at a later date, but I don't know when that will be. The next 2 books I have spoken about before in a vlog, but I'm going to quickly show you them here as well. One is Ramza, which is by Radia Hafeizer, and this is a beautiful middle grade book, and it says, step into a once upon a time where anything is possible. For as long as she can remember, Ramza has been locked away in her tower, forced to spin straw into gold for the evil witch, unable to leave, until one day, after dropping a hijab out of her small window, Ramza realizes how she might be able to escape. This sounds incredible, and I believe that in this book we also meet other versions of like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. Apparently it was also a Waterstones exclusive edition, and I don't know why it's exclusive, but I'm sure we'll find out once I start reading it. And then the other book is the Firekeepers Daughter by Angeline Bowley, and this one is a YA thriller where a young girl witnesses a murder and she has to go through an investigation. It says, now Denise must decide what it means to be a strong Ojibwe woman and how far she'll go to protect her community, even if it tears apart the only world she's ever known. And I'm really interested in this book. I think it sounds pretty good. As always, all the links will be down below, so you get full descriptions of all of these books, because mine are usually terrible, but I admit it, so I know they're terrible and it's fine. But yes, I am looking forward to reading this. I'm hoping that YA thriller comes up on one of these many TBR games or readathons that I'm trying to do, because I have so many amazing books to get through and I want to get to this, even if it is a bit chunkier. So the next book I have seen absolutely everywhere and I wanted to get it, but I saw on Waterstones that it was sold out in the hardback edition, so I panic bought it from Amazon, and that is Malice by Heather Walter. I have seen this absolutely everywhere. So many people are reading it, so many people loved it. The arc looked incredible, it was absolutely stunning. But this one says, once upon a time there was a wicked fairy who cursed a line of princesses to die, a curse that would only be broken by true love's kiss. Utter nonsense. Let me tell you, no one actually cares about what happens to our princesses. I thought I didn't care either until I met her. Princess Aurora, the last heir to the throne, the future queen her realm needs, one who isn't bothered that I am the dark grace, abhorred and feared for the mysterious dark magic that runs in my veins. Aurora says I should be proud of my gifts, that she cares for me, even though it was a power like mine that was responsible for her curse. But with less than a year until her curse kills her, any future I might see with Aurora is swiftly disintegrating, and she can't stand to kiss yet another insipid prince. I want to help her. If my power began her curse, perhaps it is what can lift it. Perhaps together we can forge a new world. Nonsense again, because we all know how this story ends, don't we? Aurora is the beautiful princess, and I am the villain. Sounds amazing. Cannot wait to read this. Absolutely buzzing to read this. Cannot wait. So the next two books are very dragon inspired. I'm going through a bit of a dragon kick. The first one being The Black Coast by Mike Brooks. This one, all I know is that there is a dragon. It says war dragons, fearsome riders, a demonic warlord on the rise. That's all I need to know. That's amazing. And there is a book 2 coming as well called The Splinter King. Don't know, he kind of looks as well. Absolutely love this photo. He looks like someone out of Good Charlotte. Which I think is amazing, absolutely epic. So I cannot wait to read this. Maybe I'll do like a dragon-y inspired vlog one day. I don't know. This is huge, so I don't know how many of these I'll be able to read in a week, but we shall see. And then the other one is obviously very dragon inspired because it is called The Book of Dragons. And this is edited by Jonathan Strahan, and they've got illustrations in it by Ravina Kai. And the reason I got this is because there are stories in here by R.F. Kuang and Scott Lynch, and I was like, wicked, sorted. So it's a collection of short stories and poems all about dragons, and they include like myths, and there's also Garth Nix in it, and I just cannot wait. I love these sorts of books with the shorter stories that you can just kind of pick up, put down, that kind of thing. If you feel like you only want to read a chapter a night or something, pick this up, that sort of thing. Absolutely love it, and I love dragons, so I had to buy this, absolutely had to. Excited. I have 4 more books to talk to you about, and they are all books that I bought from the charity shop, so saving money, saving the economy, all that fun stuff. The first one is Mage's Blood, The Moontide Quartet by David Hare. Again, I didn't know an awful lot about this. I read the back. I saw the thing that said if you love Game of Thrones, you'll want to read this. The irremovable sticker, which we all hate. So the back says, the moontide is coming and the world stands on the brink of war. Every 12 years the tides sink and the Leviathan Bridge rises above the waves, linking the eastern and the western continents and allowing the Rondaean Emperor, overlord of the west, to march his crusading armies across Antioquia, and this time the East is ready. As 2 civilizations clash, 3 ordinary people, a failed mage, a jaded mercenary, and a lowly market girl are about to discover that their actions may determine the fate of nations. This sounds awesome. Can't wait to get to this. The next one is a bit of a weird one, and that is Death Note Volume 2. I don't own Death Note Volume 1, but I plan to buy it very, very soon. I picked this up because it was such a good price. It was like £1.69. So I was like, well, it's in really good nick. Absolutely love this. It's the black edition. Why not pick it up? Because they're usually between, like, depending where you go, they're between like £9 and £15 a book, which I understand. In the US, they're meant to be $14.99. Yeah, $9.99 in the UK, which is completely fine. But why not get the second one, which is... It's slightly scuffed and stuff, but this way, if I like the first one, I definitely have the second one on hand, and if I don't like it, then I can just go and give it back to the charity shop. And then the final 2 books are the first and second books in a trilogy. The first one is The Shadow of What Was Lost, and the sequel is An Echo of Things to Come, both by James Islington? Not too sure. Fantasy, have seen these everywhere. Floppy paperbacks as well for the win, which is another reason I love this. The back just says, as destiny calls, a journey begins. And then it's got loads of people's reviews on it. I don't really know if it actually says anything more. No, it's just got like an excerpt of what the actual story is, but I have seen this in a lot of places on Bookstagram and reviewed a lot in Waterstones and stuff, and I've seen really good reviews for this, so I'm interested. My interest is piqued. I cannot wait to try this out. And I have the sequel on hand, so if I want to, I can binge the 2 of them, but they are very chunky books. But I'm hoping this is a good trilogy. So there's that. They're different sizes. They actually are, aren't they? Oh, well, that's irritating. So there you go. That is my massive book haul, the biggest book haul that I think I've had on this channel so far. That is 25 books that I have bought / pre-ordered. I don't know, like, I know this is a lot, but I have been collecting these over the period of a couple of months. Most of them are pre-orders, so I either pay for them as soon as I pre-order them months in advance, or I pay for them as they get shipped. And I love books, and I know I will read all of them. I don't think my mate's going to be very happy with me, because I'm going to try and convince him to help me move again whenever we next move, and he hated moving me last time because of all the books I made him carry last time, but it's fine. So yeah, this is my haul. I love buying books. They make me feel so much happier. But we all have our vices, and mine is books. But that is everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. It really supports me and my channel. Let me know down below which book you think I should read first. I am leaning towards Shadow of Gods, but also The Lies of Locke, Lamora, but also Daughter of Smoke and Bone, so I can get to these stunning sequels. I don't know, like, I've already read one, so that is a bonus, I guess. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and if you want to see more of me and how I get on with reading all of these amazing books, please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload new content. I currently upload on a Wednesday and on a Sunday, so be sure to stick around for more bookish content from me, and you can live vicariously through me and my book hauls if you so wish. I have some amazing content ideas, I personally think, coming up soon, one of which does involve me spending money. Actually, I think 2 of which involve me spending money, but we just won't tell my other half. That is the main thing. But that is everything for today's video. I really hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!